To write summaries like fifth graders, we learned earlier in the week that a summary is just the main idea plus the most important key details. So the strategy that we're going to use is called main idea plus. And the big idea is that we're going to find the main idea, and then we're going to add in one big key detail for each part. So that's the same idea that we use for main idea. We're going to use that here, but we're going to build off of it. And if you remember, we had two main idea strategies. The first strategy that we had was that story map one. So I'm going to draw that. You do the scoop and then the up and the down. So you have all the different parts of the summary. You have the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. So we could use that story map strategy to find the main idea and then just add in a big key detail for each of those sections. So that's one strategy we could use. The other strategy we could use is the somebody wanted but then so strategy. And then again, we're just going to add a key detail. Oops, let me make that brighter. There you go. A key detail for each of those. It's the same idea for both. So if you feel like you're stronger over here with the story map strategy, go for it. If you feel like you're stronger with the somebody wanted but then so strategy, go for it. The difference between main idea and summary is that main idea is shorter. Summary is the main idea plus those key details. And speaking of key details, you'll remember that yesterday we had three big questions that we're going to ask ourselves when we're trying to figure out if a key detail belongs. The first one is, where does this detail fit? Are we talking about something that fits in the exposition? Would it go in the somebody part of somebody wanted but then so? Ask yourself, where does this detail fit? And then ask yourself, is this the most important detail for this part of the plot? You don't want to add a key detail in the wrong section. The last thing is, does this really change the story? If your key detail is funny, but it doesn't really change the story, it's not a key detail. And if your key detail is really interesting to the character, but it doesn't change the story, it might not be a key detail. This last one here, I'm going to circle it a bunch of times. That's the biggest one. Does this really change the story? A summary should only contain details that change the story. So let's try using this strategy for a story that we've recently read.
Strategy. So main idea plus is the same thing as the summary. I'm going to use the somebody wanted but then so strategy. And I know some of you learned it backwards, where you learned somebody wanted but so then. This just helps me because so feels more like an ending. So I'm going to use this strategy to try to figure out how to write a summary for the book Island Born. All right, so if I'm thinking about somebody, I've got Lola, and Lola wanted to draw a picture of the island. But she couldn't remember. Then she asked everyone to share their memories. So she was able to draw a great picture. So I could turn that into the main idea. I could write, I'm going to write main idea, and I'm going to write that like a paragraph. All right, so there's my main idea. Lola wanted to draw a picture of the island, but she couldn't remember. So then she asked everyone to share their memories so she was able to draw a great picture. Because we're actually writing a summary. So I'm going to go back. I've already found the main idea, but now I'm going to go back and ask myself, what's a key detail that I could add to each of these to make my main idea have more information, to make it a summary? In my so, I know that I'm talking about Lola, so maybe I'm going to include Lola is a little girl at a school full of kids from other countries. In my wanted section, I have she wanted to draw a picture of the island. Why did she want to draw a picture of the island? Oh, her teacher told her to. She wanted to draw a picture of the island because her teacher told the class to. Because she wanted to draw a picture, but she wanted to draw a picture of the island because her teacher told the class to, but she couldn't remember. What key detail is important there? She couldn't remember. Ooh, why couldn't she remember? Because she was just a baby when they left the island. But she couldn't remember because she was just a baby when they left. Perfect. Then she asked everyone to share their memories. Was there anything really special about that? She asked everyone to share their memories. Maybe we should add the part about the superintendent who shared memories of how her family was heroes. She asked everyone to share their memories, even the grumpy superintendent who told about how her family battled the monster. Then she was able to draw a great picture. What do you think that was the most important thing? What does she call the superintendent at the end? She says he is the slayer of monsters, and he calls her daughter of heroes. That seemed really important to me. She was able to draw a great picture and learned about her family struggles. Wow, I can see what was main idea and where my key details came in. I tried to think about each part of the story and add the most important detail to help you get a better idea what happened in this story. So now I'm going to write out my summary so that you can see what parts of it came from the main idea and what parts of it came from those key details and made it a summary. All right, so now hopefully you can see how the main idea is a shorter version and the summary is a longer version. The summary is just the main idea with key details added in. So here was the main idea that we had, and here's our summary when I put it all together. Lola is a little girl at a school full of kids from other countries. She wanted to draw a picture of the island because her teacher told the class to, but she couldn't remember because she was just a baby when they left. Then she asked everyone to share their memories, even the grumpy superintendent who told her about how her family battled the monster. So she was able to draw a great picture and learned about her family's struggles. This is how we can use the main idea plus strategy to write an awesome summary. This is how you can summarize an entire story.